and I really love cookbooks. I have a lot of cookbooks. I can't tell you how many I have, not because I don't know, but because my boyfriend's in the audience and I've been systematically lying to him about it for the last 3 years. But you can trust me when I say I've if not read a lot of cookbooks, at least owned a lot of cookbooks. And I've come to consider myself something of an expert. Pretty much in the same way that my mum was an expert on Emmerdale, there comes a point where sheer exposure just renders any need for actual study unnecessary. So because I am a self-proclaimed expert on cookbooks, that's what I'm going to be talking to you about tonight. And it's mainly going to be in different puns. So you're well prepared for that from the last talk. Cookbooks have changed a lot. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight, about how cookbooks have become a brave new world, and what we've seen in the last couple of years from them and what we can expect to see as time moves on. But it didn't used to be like this. Cookbooks used to be predictable, reliable. You knew what you were getting. You knew where you stood with cookbooks. Let's look at Delia. Delia Smith's Cookery Course Part 1. Delia Smith's Cookery Course Part 2. Delia Smith's Cookery Course Part 3. Delia Smith's Complete Cookery Course. Delia Smith's Book of Cakes. Delia Smith's Christmas. Delia Smith's Summer Collection. Delia Smith's Winter Collection. Even the cooks who are perhaps less reliable traditionally could at least at that time be relied upon for a standard format of title. Floyd's Food, Floyd on Fish, Floyd on France, Floyd on Spain, Floyd on Italy, Floyd on Britain and Ireland, Floyd on Oz, Floyd's Fjord Fiesta. And even when he went off script, still pretty classic format. Floyd on Hangovers. For those of you who can't read, only pixelated picture on the entire internet of that book. But my particular favourite, Floyd on Fibre. Those were the days when you buy a cookbook hoping to see a carrot cake recipe and maybe a picture and some fish being poached. But that's not good enough for us anymore. We want glossy cookbooks, coffee table cookbooks, glossy smiles, glossy hair, glossy chefs, and that's just the men. So let's start at the most obvious point for the last 2 years of cookbook development: clean eating. It's all right, I'll show you where the table is so you can avoid it later. Clean eating has overtaken the cookbook world in the last couple of years. You can't walk down the street without someone throwing kale in your face or putting chia seeds in your pocket. I like to think of clean eaters as the sort of Jehovah's Witnesses of the cookbook world, turning up at your door unexpectedly and saying, "Do you have a moment to talk about cheeses?" That's the best part, it's all downhill. But what they lack in quality, they make up for in quantity. Let's look at the clean eaters. Get the glow. Ready, steady, glow. Cook, nourish, glow. Eat, nourish, glow. Oh, she glows. So I'm predicting for next year, glowing, glowing, gone, in which whole food groups are just steadily auctioned off until there are none left. And there she glows, which is an eating odyssey, but rather than whales, it's kale. Woo! Yeah, told you. Now, leading the pack of the clean eaters, we have Deliciously Ella. Deliciously Ella, who produces incredible food using awesome ingredients, and they are, but only in the most literal sense. Let's look at a carbonara. Ella produces a carbonara which lacks most of the classic carbonara ingredients. No lardons, no eggs, no cream, no parmesan, no pasta. But it does have cashew nuts, butternut squash, spinach, peas, mushrooms, cayenne pepper, soy sauce, and nutritional yeast. So what we're looking for from her for her next book is Suspiciously Ella, a sort of ersatz recipe book in which none of the recipe titles bear any relation to the ingredients. There'll be recipes including the Who Donut, which is a gluten-free, not baked, not fried, coconut oil, glazed. It's a date. It's a date. We've seen the breakout success of Anna Jones, former food stylist, to Jamie Oliver. She started with a modern way to eat and moved swiftly on to a modern way to cook. So this one's easy, we can see where this one's going. Yeah. A post-modern way to cook. I feel like they're going to love this, just hang on. Recipes include incest, vinegar steak. What you going to do with this one? The French lieutenant's ramen. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the magnus opus of Nigel Slater. His 3-volume kitchen diaries, which is, if you're not familiar with it, it's pretty much an exhaustive log of everything he eats for a year, but over 3 years. It's kind of like a MyFitnessPal, but for the middle class. And we are lucky enough to have a passage from, oh hang on, Nigel Slater, there we go. And we are lucky enough to have a passage from Kitchen Diaries 4, February the 3rd, 2016. It was late that night as we wended our way home through the copses and arbours of Clapham, and we wanted a simple supper. I pluck a pan from the shelf, well, less a pan, more of a pot. As the steam rises, I think not of the kettle in front of me, but of Japanese tea ceremonies, Hennessy barbecues, and Whitby smokehouses. I pour it reverently into my chosen pot and stir once, twice, 3 times, before adding the aromatics, inhaling deeply. This is the moment I adore. The moment before the moment of consumption. It is exquisite. And as I twist the tendrils round my fork, I lift the pot noodle to my mouth and I'm already satisfied. In slightly and less usual cookbook news, we have the Nordic Cookbook, 700 Nordic recipes from the chef Magnus Nielsen. Now, we're expecting next year to see a collaboration between this and the other major Scandinavian publishing export. So you can all look forward to The Girl with the Dragon Fondue. Diane Henry's 9th cookbook, A Bird in the Hand, came out to huge critical acclaim, winning the James Beard Award. And the sequel, Two in the Bush, actually I'll say that one. And finally, we have the domestic deity, who's returned to our shelves and our screens, entitled Simply Nigella. And the recipes are simple. Avocado on toast, Caesar salad, which is in fact just charcoaled lettuce with an egg fried on top, and 3 ingredient brownies. Now, her next cookbook is going to follow the same thing. Ooh, simpler Nigella. It's just going to be toast, an uncooked egg, and she's going to spoon raw brownie batter into her mouth, and it's going to be a bestseller. So hopefully you'll see that I've done my homework, I've been taking notes, and I'm very serious about making sure that I know what the trends are. And I hope you'll all be pre-ordering my cookbook due out in autumn next year. Super simple. Woo! Sorry about that, never mind. Super simple, superfood, thoroughly modern, clean eating, lean in, lean out, Nordic Kitchen Diary by Deliciously Olivia, aged 28 3/4, that'll make you glow.